Hello everyone, welcome to Cybrosys Technologies. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the new features of rental module. So to manage with this, you can just move on to the rental module and you can see that there is a slight change in the UI of the setting of the prices of the product. As you just move on to the products over here, you would be able to find all the rental products which is available in our database. Right now, I would like to consider the product which is luxury room, and here you can see that the product has been set as service and we just need to create on order or nothing, and the invoicing policy is fixed price, and this will be treated as a planning of service, and you can just set the service over here. Afterwards, you can also set the sales price, and in Odoo 20 we can say that the base price will be considered over here. So you can just move on to the sales price, and afterwards you can just move on to the sales tab, and you can see upon moving on here you would be able to see that we have the rental, and under the rental section you can set the periodicity as night. It can be hours, days, nights, weeks, and everything. Now you can see the pickup time is 15 hour and the return time is 10 hour. And if you just want to set any optional products over here, you can just set it, because when a customer try is just going to book a luxury room, we can just suggest them the spa over there. So if they just want to access that, they can just do it. Now let's see how can we make an order, and let's see how the prices is being affected over here. If we just move on with I mean, just extending our days in the order. So let's move on to the order, and here we are just going to book the order or rent the order. That's with the open wood, and I will be choosing the product which is luxury room, and once it's done you can see that here we'll be getting that rent planning night luxury room. So if you just want to include the breakfast, we can just include it over here, and that will be having 20 extra over here. And if no, you can just set it as no over there. So let's confirm it, and if you just want to add spa and all, you can just simply add that. So if you just want to manage all those like the adding of the breakfast and everything, you can see that we have the attributes and variants where we have configured it over here. So never get confused how to include breakfast, lunch, or meals in your rental of the room. So here is a way to set everything. Now later on you can just back, and if you just want to add this spa over here, you can simply just get the spa access. So if you just add the spa access, you can see that the unit as well as the amount will be added over here. Okay, currently you can see that the rental period is from May 13 10:30 a.m. to May 14 5:30 a.m. Okay, now I'll be changing the date from here, and I just want to extend the date till 16. Now let me apply it. As I just click on apply, here you can see that I'll be getting a button called update rental prices, and this recompute all the prices based on the duration. So let me click on apply, and you can see that the base price has been updated over here. That is, the unit price has been updated without changing the quantity. Okay, now let's see if you just want to change it as back like 14 itself, you can just do that. So let me just set it as 14 right now, and again let me apply, and let's update the price over here. And you can see that currently you can find the price which is 270 is the unit price. If you just want to confirm the unit price, you can just get into the internal link of the product. Here you can see 250 is the unit price, and we'll be applying the tax over there. So in the tax, if you just want to apply the tax, you can just set it, and applying a 20% of discount over here, you can see that it will be 216. Okay, so the base price will be treated over here while considering the rental orders. And even if you're just changing the date of extension here, you can see that the base price will be affected. Now let's talk about the advanced price list. To manage with it, you can just move on to the products. So under the products, you can just consider a product which is the projector. So let me consider it, and here you can just see that the product sales price has been given as 20, and later on you can just move on to the prices, and here we have dedicated session to set the price list, and I'll be clicking on add, and here you can see that you can just manage with it. So Bendlex is the default one. As you just move on to the product, here you can see that uh, it's been given over here, like the rules have been applied. Now if you just want to create a new one, you can just add it over here. So right now let me remove this and let me create a new price list. Okay. So you can directly create a new price list from here. So you can say it as default price list. Okay, so let's try to create the price list from here, so we don't have the option to create the price list. So first we just need to create a price list. For that we can just mount the price list over here, and let me click on new button to create a new one, and I'll be setting the name as default over here. And afterwards we can just apply the rule. So here you can see that we can create a price list on product or category, and if we just want to apply for all product, we can just set it, and it can be the price type as discount formula as well as fixed. So in this case I would like to set the price as 10, and here you can set the minimum quantity. So let's say 7 is the minimum quantity. If you want to set any recurring plans over here, you can just set it, and you can also apply the validity. So let me save this. So whenever a customer purchases or rent the projector for 7 days, the unit price will be automatically updated with a 10 over here. Okay, now let me just save this, and once it's 10, you can just configure this price list under the product. So in this case we are considering the product as the projector, right? So we can just move on, and let me set it. So let me first remove this, and let me add the other one, which is the default. Okay, so just ensure that you have used the correct one for 7 days, and here you would be able to see the item. So here if you just want to set this for all product, we can just set like that, or you can just simply set this for the project, I mean rental of the product over here, like the projector only. You can specify the product. So let me remove the other rule, which is all products, and let me save this. So once it's done, you can see it is configured over here, and ensure that under the general uh, prices of the product, you can see that the price of the product is $20. Now let's create a new order. So we can say that when we are just managing with weekly renting for I mean weekly renting, or setting a seasonal prices and everything, we can just make use of this feature. So let me create a new order where you can choose the customer. Let's say Azure Interior is the customer, and I'll be choosing the product, which is the projector. So here comes the product, which is the rental, and you can find it over here. Okay, and I'm going to change the rental period from here, uh, and I'm going to set it as uh, we can just consider it's 12 today, so you can just consider 7 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So on 18th, I'll be setting it, and you can see that the price will be updated over here. So in order to update the price, you also just need to ensure that you have set the default price list. So I'll be choosing the price list over here. Okay, now let me update the prices. So this will be updating all the prices over here. Okay, so you can see that the price has been updated. Okay, let me remove and re-add everything. So the product is projector. So currently you can see that the rental is based on hours, right? But we just need to change it as based on days. So I'll be moving on to the sales, and now I will be changing it as days. And you can find the pickup and return hour. And now let me save it, and let's set it, and you can see that. Okay, let me re-add the item, which is a projector. So here you can see that 70 is the unit price which has been applied, as we are just considering the projector for 7 days, and you can see it's been calculated. Now let me change it into 13. Okay, and you can see that as it's only taking for 1 day here, I mean 2 days, you can see the rental has been given as 40 over here. So if you're just considering 7 days, then the price will be automatically changing to 10 for a day. But if you're just considering 1 or 2 or 3 days, the sales price will be considered over here. Now let's move on to the rest of the features under the rental module. Now let's move on to the product, and let's consider a product which is to manage the event over here. So you can find the event spaces, and that will be treated as a service product, and you can see that the sales price has been given as $300 per hour. If you just want to change it as days, you can simply change it over here. So the cost will be also calculated per days, and you can see that applying the 15% of tax, the total amount will be 345 over here. And you also just need to assign the event room as a planning services. And upon moving on to the internal link of the product, here you can see that we just need to set the service over here which has the event space, and we will be assigning the resources such as event room 1, 2 and 3, because we have different rooms over here. And we just need to synchronize the shift and rental orders. So you can create the rental orders for your shift, and orders for the product linked to this role can't be confirmed if no resources are available to handle the shift. And in the website, the users can't select the date when no resources are available, and the orders, rental period, and the shift dates are synchronized. So once it's 10, you can see that we have published the item in the website. That's the event in the website. If you just want to make use this under the purchase, you can just enable this, but we will not be setting this under the purchase because this is a service product. Let's move on to the website, and here you can see that upon moving on to the website, you can find that the amount has been given as 240 by applying the price list, that's the Christmas price list. And if you just want to change, currently you can see that the item is available. And if you just want to change the date over here from to any other date, you can also just do it, and still it's available. And you can add the item into the cart, so it will be add over here, and you can see the amount has been changed because currently we are just taking for 2 days, and it's shown over here. Okay, now you can see that the time period must be same for all products in your cart, and you can go to your cart and change it or create different orders over here. So this I button shows that, and you can just consider the event space from here. So upon choosing it, you can see that currently we can find the rental period, and if you just want to directly manage the rental period, we'll be getting the option to change it from the cart itself. And you can see that we can just make the payment over here. And if you just want to make use of any loyalty points or anything, we can just make use of it. Now let me move on with pay with demo, and here you can see that we are just going to check out the process, and we have just done with it. So once the payment is done, and if you just want to find the reference like over here, you can also just get to know all the details. So here you can see that you can just move on to the orders, and under the orders you will be able to see that the order which has been generated, and you can see the planned hours, the planned things and everything, and it's been booked with the number of days, everything is being shown over here. So as you just move on to the two plan session, you can see that it's been planned, and the dates been logged over here. And you can also find how the resources has been just in, and under the to plan, it's shown over here. Under the plant also you would be able to see that. Now as you just move on to the schedule, you can see that, and under the event space it's been managed over here. So you would be able to see the booked item with the reference number, the pickup date, as well as the return and the status. If you just want to make any further edits over here, you can see that upon clicking on edit, you would be able to see it over here. So these are some of the changes that you can see over here in the Odoo 20 rental module. Now, again, let's move on to the product, which is the event space. So currently, we know that it's been booked already. Now, as you again move on to the event, the configuration, and when you just choose the same item with the same date and everything. Like sometimes you'll be getting that if this is booked and no space is available, Odoo will be showing an indication that currently the room is not available, as it's booked by someone. Okay, so that's the that is also a feature right now available in the Odoo. So these will be I mean these features will be useful for the restaurant management, event management, and someone who manage with the rental products and all. So these are some of the expected features of Odoo 20. So that's all for today. If you find this video informative, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel. If you want Odoo customization, Odoo implementation, and Odoo tutorial videos, feel free to contact Cybrosys. And now, if you just want to manage all these Odoo operations using the mobile application, you can just connect with Cybrosys technology. We have a dedicated application to manage the Odoo service in the mobile, which is known as the Mobo, and that's developed by the Cybrosys technology. And if you just want to individually use the app separately in offline or online, it is applicable in your mobile version right now with Mobo. So connect Cybrosys for more details. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching the video.